Hello, hello. I believe I am live. Yes, I am. That is so weird because normally I have to do 2 steps and I just did 1 step and all of a sudden I realized, whoops, I'm live. I hope I'm not doing anything goofy like heavy breathing and all of that kind of stuff because I don't know why before every live I'm kind of like 5 minutes before I'm not panicked, but I'm just kind of like, okay, please no glitches today and all of that stuff. Darlene, my dear friend, hello. Barb, my other dear friend, hi there. Nice to see you. Karen, bonjour. How are you doing? Lovely to see these beautiful names popping up. I need this today. It's just been, yeah, it's been a long morning. I'm working on a huge card order. So I was very focused on that and kind of watching curling at the same time. And then it was like, oh my goodness, I'm going live in 20 minutes. I've got to go put some lipstick on and make myself look and feel like a human because I don't know why, but lipstick does that to me. Kathy, hello. I've got your share. I don't know if you can, oh, you can't see your name because I'm not showing that view yet, but I did write your name down. Jean, I see that share as well. Hello, Christine. Welcome here. Thank you for sharing, girls. Let me bring the camera down just so that I can chat with you for like 4 minutes. I promise. I hope it's 4 minutes. So here we go. Wait a minute. Here we go. No, there it is. Okay. So there is a savings are in bloom promotion happening until the end of this month only. The little mini trimmer. Karen, thank you. The little mini trimmer, great for packing up if you're going on a road trip or your RV or your cottage. Karen, I've got your name down. Thank you for that. So that's a 20% off savings. So regular, this is $82. It's on sale for $65.50. So if you're interested, let me know. It is only available till the end of this month. And there are bundles that have an additional sharing on top of that as well. Okay. So if you're interested in that list, let me know. You can even pop it in here and I will make sure that I email this PDF to you or text it to you or something like that. My birthday stack, it's filling up. I only have a few spots left. This is an all-day event. I'm going to feed you. There's going to be homemade soup happening and buns and baking and coffee and tea and fizzy pop, whatever, all day long. It starts at 10 a.m., ends at 4, but likely at 5 o'clock we'll still be hanging out. We'll see. Dean's out of town, so there's no restrictions. Not that he restricts me because he doesn't. 9 cards, 3 each, 3 styles. Of the bundle sale. Okay, Karen, I will do that. You know what? I don't want to write your name on, I have to write this down. I don't know, girls, if you are like me, bundle sale. I tell myself, oh, I'll remember that. Who am I kidding? That does not happen in my world. Okay, so birthday stack, 9 cards, 3 styles, 3 each. You're going to get 2 bingo cards. So, of course, we're playing 2 games of bingo, prize for the winner. And also, there's, you know what? There's a swag bag for everybody. And there's also going to be an exiting prize as you leave. So everybody gets a prize. I just want to play bingo. Okay, so that is on March the 26th. Let me know if you would like to take part in that. I also have a ladybug punch product-based class. How does that sound? Here's what a product-based class is. When you enroll for the class, I will order this for you. So you're going to get the hello Ladybug stamp set. You're also going to get the punch. You're also going to get 4 kits to create 4 different cards with your tutorial. And in the kit, I'm going to cut your, I can't talk today. I am going to cut some of the scraps for your kit in order for you to create a bumblebee. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So there'll be like little vellum, that's called little vellum wings, or the ladybug, and or. So your kit is going to have a little bit of extra as well. So let me know if you are interested in the bumblebee class. If you already own the bumblebee bundle, I'm going to ask that you bring that to class, but I'm also going to ask that you place a $45 order in my online store using this host code. And let me, Patty, hello, welcome here. I don't see. Oh, I know, Patty, I would love for you to come. I would love for you to come. That would be so fun. I am not sure what you mean by hi, Mia, and then Denise. I'm not sure if there's a Mia on here. I also see that we have a little bit of a, there you go. That has disappeared. Anyway, there was a troll. There was a troll. So that's the product base class. And I know I'm going over 4 minutes. Waves of the Ocean. This is so beautiful. And you know what? I failed to bring all of that stuff forward. This is available until May 2nd. That being the entire bundle, okay? The gorgeous DSP, the foil paper, and the rhinestones, that is only available until May 2nd, okay? The die and the stamp set, I think I should have had a nap. The die and the stamp set will be carrying forward into the new catalog. So that bundle will be available, but not the entire suite. Okay. And I think that's all I wanted. Yeah, that's all I wanted to chat about. Do you want to see the bumblebee that well, I have created these all as ladybugs, but in your kit, again, there's going to be product in order for you to also create a bumblebee. So that's one card, that's the other card, the other card, and the other card, okay? So those kits are going to be all part of your bumblebee class. Girls, do not forget to share. I will enter your name for a draw at the end of the live. Let's get on to today's card. Do I have anybody playing along? I did a silly thing. Did you notice my post where I forget exactly what I said, but something about, hey, if you want to play along, here are the measurements. I forgot to post it. So I ended up posting it like, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes before I went live. And so I apologize for that, if that kind of put you in a bind, if you wanted to play along, if I did not leave you a lot of time. Kathy, yay, you're playing. That's all. That's awesome. I think you should mention that the papers are, yes, I did. Yes, and while supplies last. Thank you for that. And I'm not sure on the inventory list where the rhinestones, and they're beautiful, where they're at. But anyway, I need to grab my tear and tape. I will be right back. I thought I had everything that I needed for the card. Okay, so has anybody, and this is a repeat, okay, because I this month for my card class and my card club, we featured the bay window fun fold. And I am going to do that again today because in one of my classes, we were playing around with all sorts of DSP and, well, a few. And it was like, okay, you know what? I want to showcase a different DSP. So this is the bay window fun fold. This is what we're going to make. Okay, so this is featuring the New Horizons DSP. This is also, so how this works is after we do all of our scoring, this is going to tuck in there, okay? So this is another New Horizons DSP. And this is, well, that's the same DSP, so I don't need to show that. This one is a little bit different. And again, the New Horizons DSP. And then in one of my classes, I wanted to showcase that you don't necessarily have to have like a scenery image or something like that in order for this bay window to just pop and be stunning. Okay, so what I did was I created using this DSP, which is not a scenery, okay? It's flowers. But if you take a look, the design continues on, okay? So who is ready to create? Yay, Chris, good for you. Good for you. Okay, you're going to need your scoreboard, your trimmer. Where's mine? Right here. You're going to need this. Very important, okay? And sorry for the glare. There's not a whole lot I can do with that, okay? Now, I am going to start with an early espresso card base, okay? So this measures 4¼ by 11. I think it's 4¼ Yes, it is. 4¼ by 11. I want to score that in half. So my halfway mark is 5½ because it's 11 inches long. Therefore, let's make sure I'm using my score. I like to write score on my score thing. And what I did was, I'll bring that a little bit closer. What I did was I wrote score with a Sharpie on my score blade. And then before I went to bed, I actually put clear nail polish on it so that the word score didn't eventually fade away, because it will. I've got an itchy nose all of a sudden. Give that a burnish. So you're scoring at 5½. Okay. Now, here we go. Everybody ready? We're going to have the front of our card as well as the back of our card. And that is going to be determined by your next score mark. So your next score mark is going to be at 3/8 of an inch. Okay. So I've got 1, 2, 3/8 of an inch right there. I've got my score blade. There is my other score mark right there. Okay. So because that score mark is on this side, this is going to be the front of my card. There are going to be no score marks here. Everything happens here. Okay. So after you get your 3/8 of an inch, I want you to take your cardstock and I want you to flip it around so that we continue scoring on this side, leaving this side nice and clear. Our next score mark is going to be at 1 7/8 of an inch. Okay, so let's find 1 7/8, which is right there. Then we're going to scoot in further and we're going to 3 5/8. Kathy, are you still with me or am I going too fast? I will post this tutorial on my my team page. And Kathy, I never thought of it. I should have done that sooner. So 3/8 of an inch, flip it around, then 1 7/8, then 3 5/8, and then 5 1/8. Okay. And there's 5 1/8, which, when you look at your card, is going to give you another really thin from your center score line. There's your 5 3/8 right there. Okay. We're just going to tuck that away for a minute and let's get these score lines just fold it up a little bit, okay? Now this little one here at the edge is actually going to go this way, okay? Now I want to burnish. I find, and I don't know if you do, but I find when I have a really thin, a really thin score line that I need to burnish, if I burnish with this folded up, I kind of get this bacon effect. When I have a really thin layer that I burnish, I actually like to tuck it under and burnish it when it's tucked under, okay? So then I'm going to grab my bone folder and I'm going to burnish that way, okay? Then I'm going to burnish this one and this one and this one. And this here is our card edge, which we had already burnished. Now inside here, you've got your whole clear area from this score line right here. That's the inside of your card. Now we've got a score line here and a score line there. So that's a really small area. What I want you to do is I want you to, where did I put my tear and tape? You've got two choices here, girls. You can put your tear and tape right in between those two score lines. Hi, Darlene. Right in between or right on this edge, not on this side, okay? So it would be on the inside of your card. If I'm going on the edge, I would go right here like so. And I like to use my metal ruler because I don't like cutting with scissors, my tear and tape. What I do is I press this finger down on my metal ruler and I just tear my tape like so. That's what I like to do, okay? So now you're going to see that my tear and tape is on the inside of my card base, or I could have placed it right in between these two score marks. We're going to burnish that a bit, and let's remove our backing. And now just fold that closed. And there is your first scored area, okay? Or your first completed area. Now, if I stand this up like so, you can already see the bay window effect starting to happen, okay? So that's done. Now what I want you to do is I want you to grab the DSP that you chose. And here's the DSP that I chose for this card. This was one of the conversations we had in one of my classes. This is the Blackberry Beauty, okay? So this DSP measures, where am I? This measures 4 inches by 6 inches, okay? You're going to grab your scoreboard again. We're done with our tear and tape. And very important, when you have a design, you don't want to mess up your design, okay? Now, our first cut is going to be on the right-hand side of our DSP. But what I want you to do for the first cut only, I want you to take your DSP. I've got the right side facing me, okay? I want you to just flip it around, okay? Because I want to cut this edge right here. So on the right-hand side, we are cutting 1 5/8 inch, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8 of an inch is right there, okay? It's upside down, and we're going to slice that off, okay? Now I'm going to take that piece and I'm going to set that aside, but I'm going to turn it around so that it's facing me properly, okay? Now what I want you to do is I want you to take your DSP and I want you to spin it back around so it's facing you the right way. Are you following? Kathy, I know you're creating this and you weren't in my class, so I'm kind of trying to pause a little bit so that you stay with us. So now my DSP is facing me the right way. My next cut, and I'm starting on the left-hand side now, is 1 3/8 inch. So 1, 2, 3/8 of an inch right here. Let me bring this down just a smidge because I want you to see that. So there's my 1 3/8 inch. Now this belongs on that side of my DSP, just so that I'm staying in pattern. My next cut is 1 5/8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. I think my paper was a little bit crooked when I cut this, and it's totally crooked. I did not have it butted up. You've got a ledge here. You need to butt that up on your edge. And I did not have it butted up. That piece is going to go there. See how it's staying in the design? I want to just clean that crookedness off. I'm going to ruin my card now. I am totally going to ruin my card. Well, you know what? I don't want to trim anything. My bad. You always have to make sure. I've never done that before, but I guess it's the first time for everything. You always want to make sure that your paper is butted right up against this ledge. Otherwise, you're going to do what I just did. Okay? Now what I want you to do on my tutorial, this is page 2, you're going to take your other DSP, and what I'm using for my other DSP is actually gold foil, okay? So this other DSP measures 3 3/4 by 4 inches, okay? I want the 4 inches down along this side. So when you put this up here, this is measuring 3 3/4. I want you to cut away 1/4 of an inch strip, okay? And you're going to do that twice. So there's 1/4 of an inch, and there is the other 1/4 of an inch, okay? Now, the reason why I am not using Very Vanilla or Basic White is because those colors just did not go with this DSP. So what I'm going to be using is vellum, okay? Now this piece of vellum measures 4 inches, and I cut it down to 3 1/4. Now, that's what my foil measures, is 3 1/4. So you're going to take that 3 1/4 inch piece of DSP that we just cut these little strips off of, okay? Are you following? You're going to take that and you are going to open up your card and you're going to adhere that right here, okay? Now, I don't want to use my gold foil because I'm not going to be able to write on this, okay? But I can write on vellum, and the vellum looks beautiful in here. So you're going to take the DSP that you just cut this with, okay? And I want you to adhere that inside your card. Now, the big question, how do you put vellum down without it showing? You know what I found, and hopefully this is not going to make a liar out of me. You know how you get these little glue dots in paper pumpkin? Those little guys? I find, where did I put my take your pick tool? I find that these do not show up through vellum. So I am going to put some of these down, and hopefully it's going to cooperate with me and not make a liar out of me. Whoops, that didn't go down. Kathy, are you still with me here? And yes, I love making bay window cards. Okay, so these are all the little glue dots from paper pumpkin. So let's get the backing off of that. And let's see if it actually behaved with me. Good. So Kathy, I don't want to distract you while you're creating, but if you have a moment, I'm curious to know what DSP you are using. Okay, so my little dots are on this side. Please work. Fingers crossed. Oh, I can tell that because I am using, yeah, you know what? And I sort of had a feeling that this would happen because I'm using a dark cardstock. They do show up, okay? But we're gonna work around that, okay? So now, if once you have this down, so we're pretending this is DSP because it's not, and I'm going to fix my dots after. I want you to take, here's the DSP that we cut up. I want you to take this one right here. So the one on the right hand side, this measures 1 and I believe it was 5/8. Yep, this is 1 5/8. I want you to take that, and that is going to go down right here. Okay, so Kathy, all of your design, and anyone else that's creating this along with us, all of your DSP design should be facing you the right way as if it's not cut up, but I want you to take the right hand side and let's get some adhesive behind that. Where's my, I love my silicone mat. I cannot create without it because if I do have spillage of my adhesive, it's on my mat and not my table. So I've got about a 1/16 of an inch border along that, okay? And what I'm gonna do with this is probably something like that, but I need these for something else. Okay. Oh, you're doing the same as me. Oh, yay, that's awesome. Okay, I want you to take these 2 little gold strips and I want just a thin line of adhesive behind there. Here's another reason why I like to use my silicone mat. I pick up my mat and then I'm able to pick that up. Now, if I kind of close, well, I want you to flip your card right over and fold this flap down. So you're not closing it, you're actually opening it. I want that strip of gold on that first little flap, right? And then this little guy, same thing. A super thin line of adhesive. And I like to use my Tombow. Pick that up. And that's going to go right here in that first little scored area. Okay, so this is what we've got. Okay, now the rest of this DSP is facing us the way we want it to, and that's going to just go once here, and once there. Okay. Darlene, I totally understand. I totally understand. If I wasn't doing lives and, you know, making sure that every Thursday at 1 o'clock I'm on a live, this wouldn't be happening either. So this design paper is looking at me the way it's supposed to. You can either start this way or that way. No rhyme or reason. All you're going to do is you're puzzling this back the way it belongs. Okay, so let's get some adhesive on that. And this one goes right here. I'm nervous with my crooked cutting, girls. I'm very, very sad that I did that. Then this one let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, it's totally going to show. But you know what? If I just fear if I trim it. Sherry, thank you. I will mark your name down right away here. I'm afraid if I trim it so that it's square, it's going to look even wonkier. I don't know. We'll find out if that's what I should have done. So that is going down there. So hopefully, Kathy, you did not cut yours crooked like I did. Sherry, thank you for sharing. And last but not least, our other little DSP. Our small little panel, okay? Pick that up, and that's going to go in the last area right here, like so. And you can totally tell that I cut this crooked, my bad. But I think I would have ruined the design more if I would have trimmed that off. So I didn't. It's all good. Darlene, thank you. I have marked your name down as well for sharing. If you are on Facebook, please say hello. Okay, now remember how we had the inside DSP, but I used foil, and this is a 1/4 inch of a strip. You know what? And I don't know if I'm going to put it down yet, but I want to cut a 1/4 of an inch again, okay? And I'm going to do that twice. This is not part of the original card. This is just trying to hide my glue dots on the inside of my card. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I am going to put a thin little strip of Tombow on that. I'm going to open up my card, and I'm going to place that right there to hide my glue dots. So the glue dot, like the paper pumpkin glue dot trick, hang on, these little guys here, the paper pumpkin glue dot trick, excuse me, does work with vellum, but not on, oh, I've got the hiccups all of a sudden, not on dark cardstock. And I had a feeling that would happen. I did have a feeling that that would happen. Pick that up, and I'm going to put that on. Ah, I just stuck my fingers right in it. Look it. Ah, don't touch anything, Denise. Bring that down. I've got some alcohol, whatever that's called. I don't know, hand sanitizer, I guess. And hand sanitizer is a great way to get glue off your fingers, okay? So now I still have 2 dots showing of my glue dot. The standard, yeah, they would, Kathy, for sure. They for sure do. It's just the paper pumpkin ones, for some reason, and maybe it's because they're flatter, they don't normally show through vellum. Say that fast 10 times. Okay, you know what I want to do here, and I don't know if this is going to end up looking silly. I actually have one right here. You know these adorable brass butterflies? I love them. I'm going to put one here to hide that glue dot. And I'm going to put, and I don't know if that's going to end up looking wonky, but I'm doing it anyway. And then why don't we take a larger one just so that it doesn't look so uniform. And I'm going to place that so it's actually fluttering the opposite way, like so. And now I've got 2 there, and I don't like working in even numbers. So if I put 1 right here, it almost looks like I did that whole thing on purpose. So that's what I'm going to do to hide that. And now let's move on to embellishing the rest of our card. Now, like I said at the beginning, Whisper or Basic White did not work with this color of DSP. Crumb Cake didn't look good. Very Vanilla didn't look good. So that's why I went with the whole vellum thing. So I've got my Happy Birthday already cut out in vellum, so that can go on here. How am I going to put that on without it showing though? Because I don't want, I know what I'm going to do. I need. So here's what I used was my double oval punch. I need a piece of early espresso. Do I have one right here? And I don't. Ooh, I wonder if gold would look nice. Where did I put my happy birthday? I lost it. There it is. I wonder if that might look nice. You know what? Let's see what happens here. Let's do this. So this happy birthday, and you know what? I stamped it on vellum. Hello, Regina from Germany. I stamped it on vellum last night because you want to give it a chance to dry. And I did use Stays On, but it's still, once you stamp vellum, you really want to set it aside and not touch it. So I stamped this last night. My other sentiment I stamped this afternoon, and it is dry now. So now I'm not worried about touching it. So I'm thinking if I put, yeah, you know what? I like that. Let me show you another little trick. If you take, this is another vellum trick. If you take a piece of just trash paper, scrap paper, and put a gob of ink on there. I don't think you can see it, but there it is right there. And then if you take a sponge, this is my glue sponge, pick up that ink, and here's where you have to have a silicone mat. Flip that upside down on the silicone mat and get your adhesive on there like so, and place that down onto your gold foil. And hopefully that's not going to show through because I've never used it using gold foil. I know this, or using vellum. I know this trick works with cardstock, or I mean on cardstock when I place it down onto cardstock. Okay, so it does show a little bit, but you know what? I'm going to cover that up using my butterflies. I'm going to put some dimensionals behind here. Now, when I'm working with a sentiment, I always like to put a dimensional in the center as well, so that that little panel doesn't concave on my card. So let's remove the backing. And let's place that right on the center. And I'm going to strategically place it right here because I don't want to cover up that beautifulness happening. See that? Right there. Okay. Now, let's punch this out. The Stampin' Up! Punches are fantastic. But if you ever notice, like if you are punching, let's say computer paper with a Stampin' Up! Punch, you're going to or even a Post-it note if you need a Post-it note for something. It won't cut it as well as if you're using cardstock because they don't really punch well if you're using a really thin layer. So here I've got my vellum, which is thin, and I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper just to give myself a little bit more that I'm punching through. So this is just a piece of basic black that I have sitting on my desk, and I want to go in this way. Am I going to fit? There we go. So I've got my vellum on top, and I've got my basic black underneath, and I'm just realizing I should have had early espresso, because that would have totally worked. Now watch. See how nice that punched? Now when I punched my sentiment, I did not do like a double layer, and it didn't punch out quite as nicely. Now I can put that right down on there like so. I'm just nervous that well, you know what? We're going to do that trick again. And I might still have enough adhesive on my sponge, because I just want a little bit up here and down there. And let's get that onto our cardstock that we punched out. Yeah, it's showing through. Almost looks like a design. I'm not really that pleased with it, but we're going to try to hide it. We're going to try to hide it. Okay. It's the whole vellum thing, you know, it's like, oh my goodness, what do we use? I need a special vellum tape. And I wonder if Amazon sells something. Let's get some dimensionals behind there. And again, I don't want that to concave. And it's very important, especially for this one here, that you use dimensionals. And I will show you why. I'm staying away from the edge. I just want to stay in the middle. Let's get that backing off. And that's going to go, open up your card, and that's going to go, what I'm going to do is I'm going to center right, left, and top, bottom. Okay, so that's going to go down about right there. And now this lip here tucks under there. And that's how you get the bay window fun fold. It's super simple. Now, let's see if we can hide some of our vellum faux pas. Wow. I want a bigger one on that side. Let's put a small one right here. It's just going to try to mask that a little bit. And if I put a big guy right there, it does hide it. I can still see it a little bit. Oh, yeah, Kathy, let me know how that goes. I used to have Vellum Tape, and I can't find it anymore. So let me know where you got it, and let me know how that works. Now, on this vellum here, you can see, I think you can kind of see where some of my adhesive creeped through. So let's do the same thing. Now, you're still going to see a little bit of it, but it's going to hide it a little bit more. It won't be as obvious. I'm going to put a bigger one down here. Now I've got that butterfly flying that way, so I'm going to try to put this guy, come on little guy, right here, like so. I'm so pleased. So I've got two on this side and two there. I really like to work in odd numbers, so you know what? We're going to add, there's going to be a ton of little butterflies on this guy. Oh, adhesive sheet. Barb, did it work on vellum? I never thought of that. That is brilliant. Oh, that might be my next go-to because I love my adhesive sheets. Let's grab another butterfly and let's put one right up here by the flowers. And I'm going to put one right there, right here. Turn that around, open that up. So I've got the right angle. Yup. Okay, ladies, there you go. So Kathy has vellum tape and Barb used adhesive sheet. Now, I don't know why I never thought of adhesive sheets because I use them all the time. I really do. And it didn't occur to me. So here is our card, the Bay Window Fun Fold. Super simple, super, super simple, super fun. And you know what? What a great way to use up your DSP. So I'm going to do this again and again and again. And I'm going to try that whole vellum. Oh, you can still see it. Okay. Well, you know what, Kathy? Do you have adhesive sheets? I'm going to try that. I'm going to recreate this again and I'm going to use adhesive sheet. But I have to finish my I have a large card order that I'm preparing. I have 135 cards that I need to do. I'm almost there. I'm better than halfway. So yeah, Regina, try this. And you know what, girls? If you create this card using the Bay Window Fun Fold, why don't you tag me on my Facebook page? I'd love to see what you do. Let's put these butterflies away. And let me get all of the names added, those that shared, onto my wheel. And let's pick a winner for today. So I had, for those that shared, and please let me know if I've missed your name, Kathy, Jean, Karen, Cherie, and Dar. Did anyone else share at all, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook? Did anyone else share that I missed? Don't forget me. Barb, I did forget you. Sorry. And I should know because you share every time. Barb, your name is there. And we're going to draw for a winner. Let me pull all of the cards so you can choose from one of these cards. Okay, let's get all of this out of the way. Oh, and by the way, this was the story label. This one right here, that's the story label punch, and I love it. Here, Regina, does that mean you shared? Is that what you're meaning? Because I will write your name down as well, because I think that's what you are meaning, that you shared. And I'll mail you a card to Germany. So the winner, let me get all my tools out of the way. I got a lot of cards to show. The winner is going to choose which card they want. Okay, so let me see if I can get this in here. Okay, are we sort of all in the window? Yeah, kinda. Bring that down here. Yeah, that was better right there. Okay, so this is different DSP, same pack, but the colors are similar. Let me pull it on that side so you can kind of see the difference. Let me add these names. I'm going to share that window so you can see your name. You love your new tool. Oh my goodness, Kathy, I do too. You know what, girls? I want to show you something. Before I draw, okay, I'm gonna put that back together. This is what Kathy is referring to. And Kathy, thank you for that, because I did want to showcase that, because I on purpose had a piece of paper, and I think this was the one. Yes. Okay, watch this. I'm going to put this. I'm a Stamparatus snob. I do have all of the blocks, but I tend to go to my Stamparatus more than anything at all. And Kathy, you are so welcome. I'm going to grab You Are a Real Blessing to Everyone Around You, which is lovely. And I am going to place that on there. Make sure that it's kind of square. That looks pretty straight. Okay, now let's grab, what stamp pad do I have close by? Sorry, that was my chair. I sit on a rubber ball, and sometimes when I move around, it makes a really rude noise. That was not me. That was my exercise ball. And Kathy, I know, you know what? The red one sparkles. It's beautiful. So this is called a pressure tool. It's a Stampin' pressure tool. So I'm going to ink up the stamp pad or my stamp. Now I have arthritis in my thumbs, so normally I'd be pressing or using my heel if I have a big stamp set. I use my pressure tool. My girlfriend and her husband make these. I'm just giving this a massage, holding my pressure tool. It's like a stick shift. Open it up, and it's absolute perfection every time. So if you are interested in a pressure stamping tool, let me know. I can hook you up with my girlfriend, or just send me a message and I'll take care of the rest for you. And it's amazing. I use it all the time. Now, I didn't today during my live because I was using vellum and I pre-stamped it, but I had this in front of me because I wanted to remember to showcase that. So thank you. And there goes my exercise ball again. Thank you, Kathy, for the reminder on that. Okay, let me share my window. Share screen. Here we go. Now, Kathy always shares as soon as I post that I'm going live. And so her name was entered already. So here we go, Sherry. And, oh, did I share? Can you see that? Hang on one second. Share, here we go. And I did it wrong. Stop screen, share. Let's try this again. Share screen. I didn't complete it. And there we go. That's better. Okay, so Kathy had shared earlier. Cherie, Dar, Barb, Jean. I hope you're all still here. Regina and Karen. Okay, and now I'm going to shuffle and shuffle and shuffle 3 times a charm. And let's bring that up. And here we go. Spin, spin, spin. And the winner today is my dear friend Regina in Germany. So Regina, let me, Susan, thank you. It is a beautiful card and it's so easy to recreate. So you're going to have to just go back and take a look. I will, the dimensions are on my Facebook page, and I can resend you the dimensions, Susan. That was my card that I showcased for my March class. So Regina, I think you're still here. I hope you're still here. I want you, let me bring that into full view. So Regina, let me know which card you would like, and I would be more than happy to send that off to you. So starting up in this corner, why don't we say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which card would you like? And I will get that off to you. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me know. There's about a 30-second delay, and so I'll just hang back here and wait. The last card, the green one, this one with the picket fence. Okay, you know what, hun? This is coming your way. I can't remember if you've ever won a door prize, Regina. So I'm not sure if I have your address. If you want to private message me, and I will get this card in the mail to you. Now, you know what? Because of these butterflies, there is not extra bulk in the card. And also, what was I going to say? Okay, so it is a fun fold. So it's the bay window, right? But look, it folds flat and it fits in an envelope like nobody's business. It's incredible. So it's a great, great card. Regina, congratulations. I will get that in the mail to you. So just private message me with your address. I'm going to scoot, and we will see you all next week. Same, you changed your mind. Don't use adhesive sheet. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm not unhappy with this. Let me bring this back up like this. Um, I'm not unhappy with my strips and then my butterflies at all. I'm really pleased with that. But and I mean, this isn't so bad because these butterflies kind of hide it a little bit. But yeah, it's the whole vellum dilemma, right? And I would not have used vellum, but nothing really matched this beautiful DSP, and that's what I wanted to showcase. So yeah, oh well, oh well, oh well. But thanks, Barb, for clarifying that. So I'm not going to bother using adhesive sheets either. I'll just keep hiding it with embellishments, okay? So everyone have a lovely day. Enjoy your weekend. It's almost upon us. Happy Thursday. Um, and we will all see you next week. If you do want to take part in any of my classes, please let me know. If you want a reminder of what they are, pop me a private message and I can send you the invite link for all of it. If you are not in Canada, but you still want to take part in my classes, I can send you a kit. I can't sell you anything. I can send you a kit for a fee. That I am allowed to do. I just can't sell Stampin' Up! Product. So even if you are out of the country of Canada, you are still welcome to join my classes. It just becomes a class to go. So with that, you would receive a card kit, you would receive a tutorial, and if there is a, what am I trying to say? If there is a video that goes along with that card, that would also be part of your class and your fee. Anyway, thank you, everyone, for joining me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We will see you next week. Bye now.